This is John with Cigar Trends magazine at Tobacco Plaza in Great Neck. I'm here with Willie Flores of Olla de Flores Cigars in Dominican Republic. So tell me a little more about the defining moment in your cigar company when you guys definitely knew you guys were off and running and all your past troubles and all the tribulations of your company and just trying to rise up as a startup was kind of behind you. When did that exactly happen?
Well, I knew when I hooked up with this factory 5 years ago in the Dominican Republic that we were going to do something very special in cigars. I wanted to do 100% Dominican, which we have 2 lines that are 100% Dominican. And I knew the tobacco that this family has down there, Carbonell. I knew this was going to be great. We spent time going back and forth, blending, trying different things until we hit it with this. And that's when I knew the cigar was going to be a hit. You know, my passion, everything I have is behind the cigar, everything. So I believe, you know what, you work hard, you believe in something, you have a passion for it, and you stick with it, it will all work, and it really will. And it really has been. In the last couple of years, it's really flourished, thank God.
Absolutely. And so when you guys started rolling out the cigars, what was the response from people in cigar shops? Was it automatically people were taking to the cigars? Did it take a lot of work to get the cigar? We already had connections pretty much prior to this, right?
I mean, yeah, it still takes some hard work. I mean, there's a lot of stores that are around today that were around in the 90s that remember us and did really well with our stuff. And like here at Tobacco Plaza here in Great Neck, they used to carry our stuff in the 90s. They remember us, they know our background and history, and they brought it in, gave it a shot. They seem to be doing very well with it. We're blessed with people like this, and a lot of stores around the country, that remember us. But it does take some hard work. There's a lot of new stores, new accounts that you try to get into who don't know who you are. But once they try the cigar, they say, this is different, which is what this industry needs. There's so much of the same stuff out there. And there's a lot of good cigars in the market today, more than ever before. But you gotta have some type of different edge in a cigar. The Nicaraguans all rival each other because there's so many. With a pure 100% Dominican cigar, you can count in one hand how many there are out there in the industry, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this to begin with.
And what are the trends that are kind of like, because I have Cigar Trends magazine, I always ask this same question, what are the trends that you see emerging within the cigar industry within the next 2 to 3 years, let's say, from this point on?
I can tell you in the last couple of years, the trend has been going to big fat cigars and very full body. I see that trend continuing. I'm not personally, I don't love 70 ring, 60, I don't go more than 60 ring size. But today's market and in the future, I think, is going to that 60, 70, 80, which I've seen already out there.
Yeah, we've seen an 80.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, but I think it's going to 90 also. Wow. I can't see anything bigger than that.
Anything bigger than that, you're going to need a jaw implant.
I don't know how it's going to fit in your mouth. But I think the trend is going to continue with fatter cigars and very full body cigars. When there's something that I'm working on right now, actually, which not many people know yet. I'm doing something in Nicaragua with a 62 ring box press cigar that is going to retail in the market. It's going to retail in shops for $6 without taxes, and it's going to be a special blend, something nobody's using in this industry.
Tell me a little more about the struggles. We know that New York has some of the highest tax markups on cigars. Tell us about the struggle of placing the cigars in the New York atmosphere with these kind of things that are going on.
Yeah, it's tough. But you know what? There's something very unique about the New York market, and there's so many cigar smokers per capita in the New York area, metropolitan area, and there's so many shops. Some shops have a tough time. They don't do as well as others, but even with the tax situation, I tell you what, they seem to be selling a lot of high-end cigars. There's a lot of cigars in that $15, $20 range that New York does sell, do well with. Of course, I'd rather get into New York, rather have a cigar that costs them $3 or $4, where they'll retailing it for $10 and change. They'll sell a lot more that way.
Sure.
But it's not easy. But again, depending what area in New York you go to, really, upstate I think it'd be tougher than in Manhattan.
Upstate New York, you think is tough? Well, people in Manhattan could probably absorb a little bit of a higher price. Exactly. People here are definitely hustlers. We move at a different pace. Mm-hmm. So I've been to Florida. Prices, I was amazed when I seen some of the prices down there. Now I understand a little more about how that all balances out.
So every state's got different taxes. I'm right over the bridge here in Jersey, And we're at 30% tax.
30%.
Here it's 75.
And that has to be paid up front, so this is
Well, us is we got 30 days to pay it.
30 days. Here,
Yeah,
20.
whether
I
you
believe.
sell it or not, you got to pay it though. Same as here.
Pretty amazing. So just tell us a little more about anything you have coming up on the horizon besides the Nicaraguan. Do you have any big websites going on, stuff like that? People can get more information about how to prep a humidor, information.
We have constant information on our site, lahojacigarcompany.com. You'll see everything on there. We have a lot of followers. We're always updating it. We always show all our events that are coming up, new cigars that we're doing coming up. Every year we got something. Well, actually, every week we have something going on. But every year we're doing a new line or a new blend, a new something we're adding to our line, to our portfolio. This is going to continue. This ain't going to end, God willing.
Oh, well, thank you very much for the interview. It's been a pleasure and pretty much a highlight of my career so far.
Oh, mine.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure.